Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, you gave us 2 weeks packed with, honestly, just relentless drama, high stakes, big
Oh, it
emotions.
was intense. We're talking paternity tests, arrests, relationships just crumbling.
And new ones may be starting, so we're diving into everything that went down between October 13th and the 24th.
Exactly. Our sources paint a really detailed picture of this period, showing it's a massive turning point for, well, pretty much everyone involved. Spencers, Forresters, Logans.
So our mission today is to wade through all that chaos, figure out what actually happened, why it matters for the long haul, and, what little insights we get into these characters.
That's the plan. There are really three huge storylines developing side by side, and they're all interconnected in that classic soap way.
Right. So first, there's the immediate aftermath of the Luna situation, paternity confirmed, then boom, an arrest.
But not just any arrest. There's that dollar bill twist where, money changes the whole game. We need to look at that.
Definitely. Then thread 2, the complete implosion of Deacon and Sheila's marriage. I mean, it was fast.
Painfully fast. And Deacon's reaching out for help leads him straight to Taylor Hayes as his therapist.
Which already sounds like a recipe for disaster or maybe romance. It gets complicated.
Oh, it does. We have to analyze how quickly things shift from, let's say, professional to personal. Very personal.
Okay, and the third big thing, ambition and secrets. We've got Deke Sharp making a seriously bold, maybe shady move to launch his career.
While at the same time, old family lies resurface. Poppy Nozawa finally learns Luna's alive.
And her reaction is, well, it's not what you expect.
Ew.
At all. It's shocking.
Totally. It hints at something much darker bubbling under the surface.
Right.
So yeah, buckle up. These 2 weeks prove nothing stays buried for long. Secrets, crimes, it all comes out eventually.
Okay, let's get into it. Monday, October 13th, we pick up right on that cliffhanger. Who is the father? The sources really set the scene here.
Oh yeah, total pressure cooker. Bridget Forrester has the results, the actual envelope probably, and everyone's just staring at her.
You've got Will, the potential dad, looking terrified.
And his parents, Bill and Katie, right there beside him, projecting power and anxiety. Plus, Electra, the accuser, waiting.
The sources mention those classic soap opera stares. You can just picture it, right? The close-ups, the intense silence.
Absolutely. Everyone just hanging on Bridget's next word.
Yeah.
They all need that confirmation about Luna's baby.
And Bridget delivers. The results are in, and they are specific. Very specific.
Yeah, the sources gave us the exact number the writers used, which I found interesting. She confirms Will is the father, and the test is cited as 99.578% accurate.
Not just 99.9 or something simple. That specific number feels like it's locking it down. No wiggle room later.
Exactly. It removes any doubt, any possibility of a future storyline about a switch test or lab error. It's like, nope, this is fact. Will is the father, period.
And that fact immediately triggers the next event. No time to breathe.
None at all. The paternity result barely lands, and then suddenly, police sirens.
Chief Baker arrives right there at Bill's house to arrest Luna Nozawa.
Which is fascinating, the timing of it. I mean, Luna's a known quantity, right? A repeat offender, serious past crimes. Just her being at Bill's place was already kind of a risk.
And we find out why Baker showed up so fast. It wasn't just coincidence.
Nope. The sources point directly at Electra. She apparently picked up the phone the second she heard Will was confirmed as the father.
And she didn't just make the call. She stuck around to watch the fireworks. Sources say she was standing there smirking.
Oh, yeah. Smirking as Baker slaps the cuffs on Luna, saying that classic line, "Luna Nozawa, you are under arrest."
That's cold. Calculated. It wasn't just about justice for Electra. It felt like revenge.
Definitely an element of that. Which leads us straight into the whole dollar bill factor. And this is really key. It shows how wealth just bends the rules in this world.
Because Luna is a repeat offender. Normally, you'd expect her to be held, right? Flight risk, accountability.
Standard procedure, yes. But the speculation, and it seems pretty solid based on the sources, is that Bill Spencer immediately starts pulling strings, using his influence, his money, his connections.
To get Luna out of jail. But why? He doesn't care about Luna herself.
Not one bit. It's purely pragmatic, according to the sources' thinking. Bill Spencer will not have a Spencer grandchild, a spawn, as the sources put it, born behind bars.
It's about image, legacy, optics, control.
Exactly. So the likely outcome is he gets her remanded to house arrest, probably at his place or somewhere he controls completely. He manages the situation, supervises the pregnancy, keeps the Spencer name clean.
So Will and Electra get the paternity confirmed, they get the arrest, and then immediately learn that actual consequences are negotiable.
Totally negotiable if you have enough money and influence. She's technically under arrest, restricted, but she's not facing the same reality any other defendant would.
It's a stark message, isn't it? Arrested, yes. Incarcerated. Not if you're carrying a Spencer. Bill prioritizes the family name over everything else.
That's the takeaway. Wealth changes the equation. Always.
Okay, so that's Monday. Moving to Tuesday, October 14th. Luna's reeling from the arrest, but then she gets hit with something even bigger.
Yeah, this is devastating for her. She probably thought, okay, I'm carrying Bill Spencer's grandchild. That's my leverage, my safety net.
My get-out-of-jail-free card, maybe?
Or at least financial security, some kind of protection. But nope, Katie and Bill just shut that down. Hard.
What do they tell her?
They dropped the bomb. They plan to take Will's baby and raise it themselves. Period. They're stepping in to, and I quote the sources here, clean up this mess for him.
Wow. So Luna avoids prison, but she loses her child before it's even born. She's basically being treated like a vessel.
An inconvenient vessel under house arrest.
Yeah.
Her role is reduced to carrying the baby, and that's it. The grandparents are taking over completely.
And how does Will react to this? He must be relieved.
Hugely relieved. The sources expect his powerful parents are handling it, taking the burden off him, protecting him from the fallout. It allows him to basically sidestep the whole traumatic situation Luna created.
Now, we also need to talk about Finn, Luna's father. His reaction is complicated.
Very complicated. He's her biological father, but the sources are clear. He is not fighting her arrest. He's not trying to help her.
In fact, he wants justice no matter what, even for his own daughter. That feels harsh.
It does, but you have to look at his priorities, according to the sources. His main concern is Steffi and their kids, their safety, their stability.
So seeing Luna face consequences, even being behind bars, is framed as protecting his main family unit.
Exactly. It's less about abandoning Luna and more about shielding Steffi from someone he clearly views as a serious threat. He'll reportedly be happy she's contained.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense in context. Protecting Steffi first. Which brings us to Steffi's return.
Perfect timing, right? The sources have her expected return date as October 20th, the following Monday.
And the family apparently had a plan for this.
Yeah, a pact. Don't tell Steffi anything about Luna being back, about the baby drama, until Luna was safely arrested and contained.
So they waited until the threat was neutralized.
Precisely. To prevent Steffi from walking right back into danger or a huge confrontation. The arrest creates that buffer, so Finn can break the news carefully now that it's relatively safe.
Okay, so while the Spencers are dealing with legal fallout and house arrest, we shift gears to a completely different kind of drama. Emotional boundaries getting obliterated.
Yeah, Tuesday, October 14th again, Deacon Sharp is looking for help. But not for his marriage. It's for him.
The sources say he's not seeking marriage counseling, right? He's kind of done with Sheila.
Seems that way. He's past trying to fix it. The question is, what is he seeking? Is it help breaking it off? Or maybe just trying to process the fact that he, quote, married pure evil?
It's a heavy realization. And who does he turn to for this help?
Taylor Hayes. Which, I mean, talk about a conflict of interest waiting to happen.
Seriously, Sheila's mortal enemy is now her husband's therapist. That's going to rub Sheila all kinds of the wrong way, as the sources put it.
You think? But Deacon's clearly desperate. He needs someone to talk to. And Taylor, despite all the history, seems willing to listen.
But things escalate fast. There's an eavesdropping incident.
Yep. Sheila catches Deacon telling Taylor he wants to keep seeing her, that he needs her help.
And Taylor's response is, maybe not strictly professional.
The sources suggest she crosses a line pretty quickly. She promises she'll always be there for him, which leads to Deacon's really emotional plea, I need you to help me, Taylor.
That feels less like therapy starting and more like something else. The boundaries are blurring already.
Completely blurring. Yeah. And then comes the visual confirmation. Sheila sees them hug.
A hug isn't necessarily unprofessional, but...
It's the description of Taylor's reaction that's key here. Yeah. The sources describe her expression as, and get this, oh, big hot guy hugging me.
Okay, yeah. That's not clinical detachment. That's noticing the hot guy part.
Exactly. It suggests the shift is immediate. It's not just compassion. There's an attraction there, a spark. The professional wall just crumbled.
So is this Taylor being unprofessional, or is it just soap opera logic? They need a new couple.
Probably a bit of both. From a writing perspective, yeah, they want Deacon and Taylor together, so ethics take a backseat.
Makes sense for the plot.
But also, maybe Taylor's personally ready for something new. After all the back and forth with Ridge and Brooke, maybe Deacon feels like a genuine, available connection. He's vulnerable. He's attractive. It's a potent mix.
A perfect storm for boundary issues. Meanwhile, Deacon's moving on, but Sheila isn't letting go easily. Wednesday, October 15th.
No, she tracks him down at Il Giardino, his restaurant. She's desperate,
What does she say?
pleading. Please come home. I need my husband. Trying to appeal to whatever connection they had. That idea of two lost souls finding each other.
But Deacon's got some major roadblocks to reconciliation, right? Things he just can't get past.
Two huge ones, creating what the sources call an impasse. First, the big one. She murdered his friends. That's kind of a deal breaker for most people.
Yeah, just a bit. And the second thing...
This one might be even more immediate, more raw right now. It's her prioritizing Luna, the double murderer, causing this current crisis over him, her own husband.
Ah, that shows him where her loyalties really lie.
Exactly. It proves her connection to other criminals, her self-preservation, will always trump her relationship with them. The sources even say Sheila will likely never not going to care about Luna.
So, the marriage is dead. Really dead. Her pleas aren't going to work.
Seems that way. Deacon is expected to officially reject her attempts to reconcile sometime during that next week, making the split final.
Okay, while that drama unfolds, what's happening with Brooke and Ridge, they seem to be in a good place for once.
Relatively speaking, yes. Brooke tells Ridge how happy she is in their, 8th marriage? Something like that.
Give or take a few invalid ceremonies, and the passion is still there.
Oh yeah, the sources mention passionate kissing. The honeymoon is clearly not over, as they put it. Brooke's happy.
But she's also thinking about Taylor, hoping Taylor finds happiness too. That sounds surprisingly generous for Brooke.
Well, yes and no. She is hoping Taylor finds her own happily ever after. But the sources spell out the motive. It's good insurance for Brooke's own marriage.
If Taylor's happy and occupied with someone else...
Then she's not a threat to Brooke and Ridge. It's classic Brooke logic, strategic generosity.
Keep your rival happy and distracted. Makes sense.
And this ties right back to Deacon and Taylor. Brooke sees them starting therapy, senses it might become more.
And she's cheering them on, even though Ridge will probably hate it.
Absolutely. Ridge hating it is just a bonus, maybe. But Brooke will support Tycon.
Wait, Tycon? They already have a smush name.
Or Taken, the sources suggest, like they're taken with each other.
Yeah, when the writers start floating a couple names, you know it's serious.
So Taylor's officially in Deacon's orbit romantically. Wow, okay. Hashtag tag 3 thighs. Ambition, secrets, and lies exposed. October 16th, 17th. All right, let's shift from romance and therapy drama to corporate espionage and family secrets. Thursday, October 16th. Enter Deke Sharp.
Deacon's son, Hope's half-brother. And yeah, he's worried about his dad, about the whole Sheila situation. He actually opens up to Hope about Deacon's heartache.
That's a nice moment. Does Hope know about Luna being alive at this point? The sources think this might be how she finds out from Deke. They expect her to be, stunned and horrified that Luna survived.
But maybe not surprised that Sheila was involved in hiding it.
Probably not. Sheila, right. But Deke isn't just there for emotional support. He's got his own agenda.
A big one. Involving Forrester creations.
Oh, yeah. He pulls off something pretty audacious. He physically sneaks into the CEO office.
Like breaks in?
Well, maybe not breaks in, but gets in there when he shouldn't be. And he anonymously adds his design portfolio to the pile being considered for Hope for the Future line.
Whoa, that's bold. He knows that's cheating.
Totally. He acknowledges it's kind of cheating the game. These portfolios are usually solicited, vetted. He's jumping the queue big time.
Why take such a huge risk? Getting caught could ruin any chance he ever had.
His thinking, according to the sources, is pure confidence. He believes his designs are so good they'll just speak for themselves and make everyone forget how the portfolio got there or his lack of experience.
He's betting on talent over process. Hubris, maybe.
Maybe. But get this. It works. Immediately.
No way.
Yes way. Later that same day, Hope, Ridge, Carter, and Brooke are reviewing the submissions. And Hope zeroes in on Deke's anonymous work.
What does she say?
She says, we need to get in touch with this designer. Boom. The sources confirm that designer is Deke. He gambled, and he won the first round.
Incredible. His foot is officially in the door, even if he kicked it open.
Exactly. But his secrecy doesn't last long. Friday, October 17th, he has a run-in.
With who?
Electra. Maybe she sees him leaving the CEO office somewhere he clearly doesn't belong. And she knows he doesn't work there.
So she questions him, puts him on the spot.
Yeah, she's suspicious. Deke realizes he needs to manage this fast. He asks her to keep a secret.
Does he tell her what he did about the portfolio?
He does. Confesses he submitted it anonymously And then, to build trust, or maybe leverage, he's expected to tell her that he's Hope's brother.
Hoping the family connection will make her keep quiet. How does Electra react?
The sources suggest she thinks the sibling thing is cool and actually agrees to keep his secret. For now.
For now. Sounds ominous.
Very ominous. Because the sources immediately drop this major piece of foreshadowing. They say things should be okay unless the name Remy Price comes up.
Remy Price? Who's that?
We don't know yet, but the sources explicitly mention the eventual Remy Price Electra bombshell that's going to drop on Deke.
So Electra knows something about this Remy Price, something connected to Deke maybe that Deke doesn't know.
It certainly seems that way. It implies Electra isn't the safe confidant Deke thinks she is. There's a secret ticking time bomb connected to her, Remy Price, and potentially Deke himself. His whole professional start is built on shaky ground.
Wow. Okay, while Deke's navigating corporate secrets, another family secret blows up.
Poppy Nozawa.
Yes. Also on Friday, Poppy finally meets with Leaf Finnegan and Finn. She wants to know what the heck is going on with her family, all this drama.
And Finn tells her the truth about Luna. He tells her their daughter, Luna, is alive. And Poppy's reaction is, well, first the jaw drop, standard soap shock.
But then, not relief. Not tears of joy.
Not even close. Her immediate response, and this is shocking, is to basically yell, I can't believe that little B word is alive.
She called her own daughter a B word.
Yes, that specific phrase. Intense hostility. Venom. Lai and Finn are reportedly stunned by her attitude.
I'm stunned. Why would she react like that?
That's the million-dollar question. But the source adds a little note here, saying Lai and Finn shouldn't be shocked.
Meaning they already know Poppy is capable of this kind of hatred, or there's a known really bad history between Poppy and Luna.
It implies something deep and toxic. This isn't just disappointment, it's visceral anger. Maybe Luna did something terrible to Poppy in the past. Maybe it's connected to Luna's real parentage. We don't know yet.
But it reframes Lai's past actions, doesn't it? Lying about Luna being dead, sneaking her away.
Exactly. Maybe Lee wasn't just protecting Luna from legal trouble. Maybe she was also protecting Finn and everyone else from whatever toxic dynamic exists between Poppy and Luna.
And this reveal has immediate consequences for Lai and Finn, too.
Oh, yeah. Finn immediately confronts Lai about the original lie, telling him Luna died when she didn't. Poppy's reappearance and her awful reaction just rips that old wound right open.
So Luna's arrest is like a catalyst, triggering all these older secrets and resentments to come pouring out.
Precisely. The current crisis is unearthing much deeper, older family dysfunctions. #Tag45. Key plot points and future tension. Week of October 20th, 24th.
Okay, so let's look ahead to the next week, October 20th to the 24th. All these storylines are now set up for more conflict, more drama.
Definitely. Starting with Deke at Forrester Creations, Hope likes his designs, that's clear. She singled them out.
But he has zero actual experience, right? And he got in by cheating. That's got to be an issue.
It's a big issue. Ridge and Carter, they run the business side. Are they really going to let Hope hire this unknown guy who bypassed the whole system?
So the question is, does he get the designer job outright, or does he have to start lower down, like an apprentice?
Exactly. Will Merritt win out completely, or will process and experience demand he pays his dues somehow? It's a classic corporate dilemma playing out.
And Brooke might get involved in this too, but related to Deacon and Taylor.
Yeah. The sources suggest Brooke might subtly nudge Hope, encourage her to, support her dad's potential new relationship with Taylor.
Using Hope to help steer Deacon towards Taylor.
It fits Brooke's strategy. If Hope, who runs a successful line and is close to Deacon, gives her blessing to Tycon.
It makes the pairing seem more stable, more accepted. Good for Brooke's insurance policy.
Exactly. Solidifies Taylor's new focus, keeping her away from Ridge. Brooke's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Okay, shifting back to the Spencers. Will is still struggling with the trauma.
Deeply. The sources say he feels Luna has destroyed his future. That's heavy. It really emphasizes his perspective as the victim here.
And Bill and Katie are still in protective mode.
Full-on protection mode, actively working on their plan to shield Will from any further fallout.
Which involves Luna's legal status? Where does that land?
The likelihood, as we discussed, remains very high that she won't see the inside of a jail cell. She'll be remanded to Bill's house under house arrest.
So the system bends again. Crime acknowledged, punishment mitigated by wealth and connection. The Spencer way.
It reinforces that theme perfectly. Bill controls the narrative, controls the consequences, protects the legacy. The baby won't be born in prison.
Got it. And finally, Steffi's return. It's happening this week.
Yes, she's due back. And the timing is right, according to the family's plan. Now that Luna is arrested and contained.
Finn can safely tell her everything.
Exactly. He can warn her about Luna being alive, the baby, the whole mess, without putting Steffi in immediate physical danger. The safety net is in place.
And the sources also mentioned the Deacon Taylor thing is still heating up.
Oh, yeah. Accelerating fast. Taylor is expected to keep crossing those professional lines, while Deacon makes it crystal clear to Sheila that it's over between them.
But the big looming thing seems to be that secret involving Deke, Electra, and Beck.
Remy Price. That name keeps coming up. The sources hammer this point.
Yeah.
The Remy Price Electra bombshell has to be revealed to Deke eventually.
It feels like a countdown clock has started.
It really does. Deke thinks he's pulled off this brilliant, sneaky move into Forrester. He thinks he has an ally in Electra.
But this Remy Price connection is going to blow it all up.
That's the strong implication. It threatens his job, his standing at Forrester, maybe his relationship with Electra, maybe even his connection to Hope. It suggests his entire foundation is faulty.
So just when he feels like he's made it, bang, the past or someone else's past comes crashing down.
Exactly. Ambition, secrets, and unexpected connections colliding. It promises a major shakeup for the younger characters, potentially impacting Hope's fashion line itself. #outro.
Wow. Okay, what an absolutely jam-packed 2 weeks. Seriously, the amount of ground covered is kind of staggering.
It really was. We saw wealth basically rewrite criminal justice outcomes. We saw grandparents deciding a baby's future before it's even born.
A therapist potentially becoming a romantic partner almost overnight.
And yeah, a hopeful designer literally cheating his way towards a career goal. It was nonstop.
So let's distill the key takeaways for you. What are the core nuggets from this deep dive?
Well, first, paternity results might be final, but the consequences totally depend on your bank balance, apparently. Arrest doesn't equal jail time when a Spencer is involved. House arrest becomes the default. Wealth matters a lot.
Okay, what else?
Second, raw talent, like Deke's, can get your foot in the door, even if you sneak in. But that entry is fragile, especially if it's built on secrets and trusting maybe the wrong person. Hidden connections, like this Remy Price thing, can undermine everything.
Good point. And the relationships?
Betrayal pushes people in unexpected directions. Fast, Deacon's desperation, and Taylor's availability means the take-on dynamic isn't just speculation anymore. It's happening, and it's going to be a major factor moving forward.
That's the deep dive. Thanks for sticking with us through that whirlwind. But before we wrap up, we always like to leave you with something to think about, something that goes a bit beyond what the sources explicitly laid out.
Yeah, let's go back to Papi Nozawa for a second. Her reaction to hearing Luna was alive wasn't just shock or sadness. It was pure venom, calling her own daughter a little B word.
That level of hatred feels significant, especially since Lee and Finn apparently weren't that surprised by her attitude.
Right, so here's the thought to mull over. What could possibly be in Papi and Luna's past that would justify that kind of reaction? Remember, Lai felt she had to fake Luna's death years ago. What deep, dark secret or past conflict explains Papi's intense hostility? Is it betrayal? A crime Luna committed against Papi? Something about Luna's origins?
And maybe more importantly, how will uncovering that toxic history inevitably impact Finn and Lai? They're already struggling with the fallout from Lee's original lie. What happens when this older, potentially much uglier truth finally comes out? This current Luna drama might just be the tip of a very old, very dangerous iceberg.